Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to...
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find
a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play.
On third down, Taylor. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Defense.
In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. It's down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete.
They're making it a little bit more difficult.
That defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
We got this.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem...
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Operating from the gun, Clifford. Looking left side, and it's complete. On first down. Clifford firing quickly here, and that's complete.
So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's been
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. But they watch the film as well, so they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
From the gun, Clifford. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw, and he backs it away.
At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21. You make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for it. Working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the...
They'll run on 1st down. It's Shaw, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line. 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
But you're good at it.
Well, I try. All right, I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard.
Been a little slow to get cooking, just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. To throw again, Clifford. Toward this
is different no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Oh, what a juke into space. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. A big play there. The sideline after a chip shot field goal. Maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit. 2nd and 15. Eluding the pressure right. They will find Davis. That's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The give to Taylor. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down now, it's Shaw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a coverage 10. They run with Taylor. And he'll get 4 there. They'll look to throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They run the counter. Brown.
Swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a field. Can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it's a short one here, complete.
Indeed, so maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Now a nice play defensively on. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. A 1st down and then some, 36 yards.
As I see it, but the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up in Detroit as the LA Chargers pay a rare visit to Ford Field. And it's the Chargers who are out in front. Simi Cobbs Jr., 2 touchdown passes thus far. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Ravens, losers last week, they need to pull one back at home to avoid falling to 0-2. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital, see what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys were losers in their opener, trying to get back on level footing as they lead on the road. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Throwing on first down. Clifford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. On first and 10. Clifford. And that's going to be incomplete. They run the counter. It's Brown. And not even back to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. Clifford. And that is incomplete. This offense has played thus far. To be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions?
2nd and 9 now. And he slings one that's incomplete. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Davis. And this is going to result in another first down.
Their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And brought down, but not before they're in. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but 2nd and 6. Forced, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, Lord.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they?
To throw on second down. Clifford. And he's got it. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Operating from the gun. Clifford. Got a man. It's Brown. This is Brown on the carry. 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Clifford. That one into the hands of Kane. The ball. And then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't gain more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Escaping the pressure right. Uncorks one. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Four on first and goal. Here's Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quick. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out.
The ball carried by number 23. Brought down just shy of the goal line.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there.
But sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a...
Second and 11. Second and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Ball game. Back to throw. Clifford firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw. They'll look to throw. This will be go for it here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw. Clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring that and set up a third down. Looking to throw. Clifford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump.
Tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, Peter, run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. They'll drop the throw. Flushed out right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. And here in overtime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores it.
2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And
Something big on a later carry. I'd stay with him.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete.
Back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Off play action. Clifford. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
See, they like his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they...
Off the play fake. Clifford. And it's here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Clifford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And able to fight his play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw.
And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder,